pin idea. Always thinking ahead. Here we go, guys. Remember that area right here that I cleared? Yeah, that last video I did. Anyways, I said I was gonna start my next row of 8x16s there. Well, my wife, she did some clearing on the other side of the property, and it inspired us to start over there. Besides, there's like a barrier that we want to make between us and the neighboring property. Okay, so this right here just might wait, and these pins just might hold on for another year, not more than 2 years. But anyways, guys, let me show you the area I'm talking about here. Okay, now this area was like so overgrown with wild weeds and brush and all that. My dear wife, I did some clearing yesterday while I was at work.
I got a little too motivated and forgot to make a video for everybody. I'm sorry. You know what I do every time?
What'd you do?
Is I start a project and I'm like, I should do a before picture, but I'm like a train. I'm like motivated, and then I'm like, oh, it won't be that big of a change. I don't need it before. I don't need it. Damn it! You always need a before picture.
I've done it. I've done it. That whole area, I should have done it before, and I always say I'm going to when I do a new project, and I never do.
No, never do. You know, at one point when we were remodeling the house, I think I went through and I just did a video of the whole yard and the whole house. Yeah. So that I had like a really comprehensive before.
Well, maybe they've seen this background in some of my videos.
I'm sure they did.
But explain what it was looking like before.
Well, and here's the thing: is it's still definitely only halfway there. All these cedar trees were like down to the ground, and like I said in my clip, you can see where the tractor, the goat tractor. Right. You can see the path that the goat tractor cut.
You guys see this path right here?
And so all of this,
the goat tractor. Explain what the goat tractor is in case somebody's new here.
All of this looked like this.
Yeah.
For the thickness.
Underground bear clover. Let's get a closer up shot of this. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you guys have to deal with this. This is like bear clover.
Mountain misery.
Mountain misery. This stuff is like a weed eater. It'll tear through the string. It's so thick. But show you guys, for example, if I don't fall. Yeah, this stuff is so thick.
Okay, you know what is one good thing about it,
string, tears up your legs. It's nasty stuff.
But there is one thing.
What's that?
Y'all know this was my grandma's property, right? Before we bought it.
Yes.
Every time we came to see my grandma, I'd smell it. You could smell it when you came into the mountains. The bear clover has a smell, and it was a nasty smell, but it was we're almost to grandma's smell.
I never minded the smell. I just don't like deal with it.
It's gross, but there is a reminiscent smell to it. Anyways, you were talking about the goat tractor. The goat tractor, yes. So for people who don't know what your goat tractor is, there's an in-depth video on Mrs. SplittinTracks, but this is the goat tractor.
It's basically just a dog kennel that you truck around the yard.
I've tried for a couple of years now to come up with temporary fencing to move the goats around the yard, and none of it works. This works. And look, it concentrates them so that they have to clean up this yard. And it works kind of perfect. You notice they hate the cedar trees. I kind of like that they hate it because they just leave the cedar trees for me to build pins around. They do. They leave the cedar trees. But I mean, they cut a very clear path. And they love the bear clover. And you want to see it? Ready? Sure. You just take a corner and you scooch it. Yep. Corner at a time, just scooch around the yard. Look at that. It's like a puzzle. It tells me where it wants to go more than me having a say about it. So, the inspiration, how I began this video, I told everybody I was inspired by the new pins we're going to make here. That was definitely a squirrel moment for us. See, here's some of the pins right here. And this is where the monos are situated. But we would like to come out. See, right over here is where Popeye's pin is. See him in there? Popeye, how you doing, buddy? Okay, this is where Popeye's pins are in where his row of pins, excuse me. And we're gonna come out eventually and do the pins here. And then come out here. But we want to start our next pin over here because it creates some kind of barrier between us and the neighboring property there. So there's your view, guys. This is the area that my wife had cleaned out yesterday. This is where Albert lives, and this is the area right here. But we want to start a pin here because Albert's pin is still good.
Albert's pin is still good.
We built our beautiful privacy fence on the front part of the property to block out the road.
Yes.
So much work. And that was with having wide open area, right?
Right.
There's already a fence here and it's so close to the neighbors, and just, oh y'all, it's something we've wanted to do, but realize we're probably never gonna get to it. So, brilliant idea.
What's that?
Building the pens.
Building the pens,
The pens
yes.
will serve a dual purpose. They will be a fence, privacy fence, as well as more birds.
I like doing videos like this because we get to show everybody more of our property that they never see, you know, from a different point of view, you know. So if you can just stand here, honey, and I'll just stand back, kind of show everybody where the row of pins will go. That.
So this
And
will
there's
be the,
Albert's pen.
This will be the eventual pen
Yes.
once Albert's pen is retired, which it should be retired within the next few years. I mean, it was our first pen.
Right.
So we're gonna start on this side of the tree
Mm-hmm.
and build that way and leave this to be some type of magical, maybe extra big duck pen.
Mm-hmm.
It's an odd space.
Can I interrupt you for a second? I want to touch on something I heard a lot about. People get crap for you in OSB.
Look how well it's lasted. You just have to...
How long has this pin been here?
Oh my gosh, it's been here 13 years.
13 years. Okay. And these boards are still holding strong. The
And
key
you didn't
is,
paint it for a while.
yeah, the key is to paint it, because we painted it like blue. It was like a bluish color, and then we painted it that OSB color, and it's still holding up strong.
Well, and here's
So,
a really good tip too.
You can make your OSB last if you treat it, paint it, you know, protect it.
We have to memory lane a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all might wonder why it is all little squares.
Oh yeah.
It works
Back
a lot
in the
better.
day when I was a kid. No, I'm kidding.
It works a lot better when you leave it as a whole piece. So all of the other pens are gonna last even longer than this.
Mm-hmm.
But when we built this pen, we drove little itty bitty cars. It was what, your 2-door Honda Civic?
Yes.
And so we would go to Lowe's and have them pre-cut the OSB into these teeny tiny
Before I
little
had my
squares.
truck, guys. Before I had my truck, I was so determined. See, I'm the real deal.
Oh yeah.
True bird nerd. I make it happen. Now, yeah, like my wife said, we had them cut these pieces to all Honda Civic sizes, and I loaded them in my car, and I made multiple trips to make it happen. That's going for all these boards. Well, no, these boards your dad milled, right?
Yeah, my dad brought those down.
Yeah.
But even with being cut into small pieces, it's lasted so long.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine what the pens that are not cut into puzzle pieces will last.
Oh, I know, right?
For.
Well, anyways, guys,
Oh,
just
wait,
wanted to share this with you. Wait.
Wait, sorry.
Hold up.
I had a thought that it was like earlier in the video, but you were saying how you like showing them the different parts of our property.
Uh-huh.
We only have 2 acres,
I
which...
thought I used my hands a lot when I talk.
I know. Oh no, I'm bad.
You like you have,
No,
you
I
look
keep-
like you have a rap album going.
This is why I try and hold the tree, or I try and hold the coffee
Hold the
cup.
tree up, honey.
Okay, anyways, with the hand again. You talked about showing them different parts of our property. We only have 2 acres, which I hear people complain about. Their 10 acres is too small, or their 20. Our 2 acres is not too small. We've been here for what, 14 years?
Yeah.
And we still have parts like this, and this is my favorite thing, is to take the wild parts and bring it into the used parts of the yard.
Yeah.
Like with the last 3 pens that we built, how we pushed back towards the fence line and we fell some trees. This part of the yard has been here. It's a good sized chunk. There's people in the city who would kill for a yard this big. And it's just been wasted.
And still yet, our pins are not crammed together. They're spaced out. Our pins are spaced out, and with these couple acres, we still have room to grow.
We still have so much of our land that we haven't even touched. This hasn't been touched. Hi, kitty.
Hi, Casey.
Oh, Case. He wants love.
So, thanks for joining us on this trip. I wanted to show you that part of the property and show you guys how inspired we are to do more pins, you know, using a different area of the property to build more pins, you know, and it's just gonna bring everything together, and the pheasantry will grow. And yeah, we're never done building, you know, and we still got room to grow, guys. Thanks for joining us on this video. I wanted to share it with you guys, and until next time, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye, guys.